We met in 7th grade, junior high.
I met this cute guy.
We dated.
We dated all through middle school and high school, and we were just sweethearts. And I thought he was just my guy.
We married a year out of high school, actually.
He was the man of my dreams, and we had a good marriage. I thought everything was okay. He was a truck driver, and he was on the road a lot.
My job became a lot more important to me than anything else.
We had 2 children.
I let the world take control of me.
And when Jeremy was 5 and Dana was 2.5, Scott left our family.
I pretty much left everything behind me. From that point on, it was 20 years of downhill.
When Scott was gone, I went through a lot of emotions.
Remarried, divorced within 2 years.
I remember sitting at home crying at night, just wondering why God isn't changing him.
Remarried again, lasted 5 years.
There were times when I'd hear about Scott and I would just get mad.
There was a void in my life, and I tried to fulfill that with my job, with drugs, just relationships.
Why would he be out there having his fun, and here I am with 2 children being at home?
What was the next thing? You go from truck to truck, that satisfies for a little bit.
I remember calling my family and telling them that I'm just tired. I'm tired of just hanging on. I remember holding on to the rope, just being at the end of the rope.
Nothing was going right. Man, what a mess. What a mess I had created, and what a mess I was living.
I was to a place in my life where it wasn't my desire anymore that he would just come back.
I guess I came to a point where I was as low as I could go. The only place I could look was up. My story started to change watching my stepfather, who was a gambler, an alcoholic, a con man all his life. Seeing him come to the Lord and watching his life change, I started putting pieces together. I knew then that there's more to life than what I was living. My life was going downhill, just a shambles. How could I not love a Lord that can bring me back to Him and just love me unconditionally? I had called Brenda when my stepfather passed away. Brenda came to the calling hours.
We were talking, and I just couldn't believe. I thought, there's no way that he would have turned his life around.
Why she was there for me, I have no idea. I wouldn't have been there for me.
I told Scott that I need to see him walk the walk, not just do the talk.
A couple weeks after that, I had asked her if she'd like to go to dinner with me. And that evening, I had to ask her to forgive me.
He wanted to ask me to forgive him for hurting me 20 years ago.
I had to know that she had forgiven me.
I kind of forgave him before, but I never thought I would get the chance to tell him. To tell him that, yes, I do forgive you. And it was only through God that I could forgive him.
We started talking more, texting more, going out to dinner more, and she was pretty much feeling me out.
I didn't even know if I wanted to get back with him, but I was so impressed that he was loving God, that he was putting God first in his life.
I can't believe what an idiot I was and how stupid I was for ever walking away from a wife that I had and a mother to my children.
And so in 2008, we got remarried with our kids' blessings, and it hasn't been easy, but the relationships are being restored.
I'm so blessed that God has given me a second chance. I feel like God has given me my wife, my family, give me a life, and give me help in life every day. Things are different now than they were before because we let God lead us in our lives.
And one of the places God led us when we got back together was to NewPointe. God is using NewPointe to make a difference in our family by just being an encouragement to us when we go through a lot of things in our life. We can come to NewPointe and be encouraged by the people we see and by the messages we hear.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Brenda.
And that's our story.